On July 28th, the South Korean stock market fell so fast, the exchange pulled the emergency brake. Screens solid red, traders frozen where they stood, and the only thing still moving, one enormous number, falling. 20 minutes of silence. 724 points gone. The worst day in years. On the darkened floor, faces lit by the phones in their hands. Then they reopened the doors. The next morning, it happened again. Screens flickered on at dawn and flooded red, and the brake came down a second time. Back to back. Never before in the history of the index. Everyone is asking the same question right now. Is the bubble about to pop? By the end of this video, you will have the one number that actually answers it. But the answer does not start in Seoul. Follow the money west, across the Pacific, to where the machine lives. Nvidia sells the chips that power artificial intelligence, and it is very good at it. Picture the company as a machine that prints money. Watch one coin leave the vault, $1 of real money. Nvidia invests billions into the AI labs. Watch the coin roll straight through the laboratory door, past the researchers, barely slowing down. Because the labs turn around and spend those billions on Nvidia chips. The coin rolls right back into the machine that minted it. Our dollar just got counted twice. Up to 100 billion pledged to OpenAI, 10 billion into Anthropic, 5 billion into a lab most people have never heard of. Fund the customer. The customer buys your product. The sale lifts your stock. The stock funds the next customer. And a whole city rises on the motion. Nvidia's founder has heard the accusation, and from the podium he waves it away. Ridiculous, his word, his argument. These investments are a tiny slice of what the labs raise anyway. The smile never moves. And for 2 years, the market agreed with him. The loop turned, steady, serene, untouchable. Then came the last week of July, and the biggest loop ever proposed. Watch closely. One segment flickers. A hairline crack opens across the gold, and a small gauge somewhere starts counting. Nvidia had already announced over 540 billion in deals this year. Contract after contract, seal after seal. Then in one stretch of days, the fresh round alone crossed 750 billion. Watch the counter roll. 540, 600, 750. The machine was accelerating. 500 billion of it with Korea's SK Group. Chips, supercomputers, and 2 gigawatts of new data centers sprouting from the peninsula itself. A handshake sealed above the map. Power surging, tower to tower, and South Korea's economy wired straight into the loop. Remember that? It matters later. Then the part that made Wall Street flinch. In the Ohio farmland, a data center the size of a town, and on its face, one name in white light. Nvidia in talks to guarantee up to 250 billion, a golden shield over someone else's building, so OpenAI can lease it. Plus talks of 350 billion more, financing OpenAI's chip purchases. Hold the picture still for a second. Nvidia holding the umbrella over the customer, while the customer's money rains back up into Nvidia, guaranteeing the debt of the buyer buying its chips. And the umbrella looks very small against the machine. That day, the cost of insuring Nvidia's own debt jumped by the most on record, and its stock slipped below Apple for the first time in a year. Watch the needle. Now back to Seoul, because Korea shows what happens when a loop wobbles. 2 companies, Samsung and SK Hynix, make up over half the entire index. Two towers, holding an entire economy on their shoulders. Look closely at the city balanced on top. It is already starting to sway. And the crowd climbing those towers was climbing on borrowed money. Margin loans, leveraged funds, ropes made of paper, fraying strand by strand under the weight. A rally built on credit, pulled upward by balloons, higher and higher above a very hard floor. Nobody was looking down. Then SK Hynix reported the best quarter in its history, profit up 557%, a golden trophy on the boardroom table, and the stock fell 15%. The record was not the question. The question, hanging over the room, who signs the long-term contracts? The answer? Silence. Concentration, plus leverage, plus one doubt. That is the whole recipe. The cracks ran up both towers, the platform tipped, and the money avalanched off the edge. 40% of the index, gone in a month, and the door came down like a guillotine. Here is the uncomfortable part. Every condition on that list, America has it too. Follow the crack across the Pacific. Look at the faint lines tracing under New York. Plus one more Korea never had. Alphabet just reported $112 billion in quarterly profit. A monster number, held up to the light. A skyscraper, built out of ledgers. Every headline printed it. Almost nobody read the footnotes. So let's read the footnote. Roughly 2/3 of it is unrealized gains. Paper marks on stakes in companies like SpaceX and Anthropic. Valuations, the loop itself inflated. A hand passes straight through them. Meanwhile, cash flow went negative for the first time in 22 years, while next year's construction bill hits $205 billion. Veteran short sellers now call this worse than .com. Nvidia's founder still calls that ridiculous. Same podium, same wave, same smile, even as the lights behind him flicker. And to be fair to him, markets can run on loops for years. Nothing here proves a crash is coming. But every loop in this story is spinning on the same bet, that real customers eventually pay real money for what these machines produce. And that is the number I promised you. Not deals, not guarantees, not paper gains. Real revenue, the one light on this track that is not allowed to go out. So every earnings season, ignore the headlines and find that one line. Watch our dollar. Still rolling. Slower now, the track ahead of it dark. The day real revenue disappoints, it has nowhere left to land, and half the market is standing on it.